back to our amazing Bible lessons. Today, we are going to continue talking about the importance of God's presence. In our last video, we talked about how to pray and how God loves to hear every word and pays close attention to the voice of you and me. We also compared God's presence to a mountain. We climb the mountain by seeking God. Now, let's talk about what happens whenever we reach the top.
Hey everyone, my name is Valerie. I want to tell you the story of when Jesus took 3 of the disciples to a mountain. The 3 disciples were Peter, James, and John. They followed Jesus to a mountain, and then something so cool happened. While they were on this mountain, Moses and Elijah appeared to them. The disciples were so amazed at what they were seeing, but Moses and Elijah weren't just at this mountain because they were God's favorite people. They were actually there because they stood as a symbol for very important things. Moses represented the law, which sometimes limited God's children from being able to fully see him if they weren't clean. Elijah was there to represent the prophets and all the prophecies of the coming of Jesus. There, between Moses and Elijah, was Jesus. Jesus was the fulfillment of the law and the prophecies. How incredible! Peter was so amazed at everything he saw that he came up with an idea to build 3 churches. One for Moses, one for Elijah, and one for Jesus. But Peter was missing the point. These men were not all 3 equal. There was one that stood above them all. God from heaven interrupted Peter when he was sharing his idea and said, "This is my son whom I love and whom I am well pleased. Listen to him." Peter fell on his knees in awe of this new realization of who Jesus was. He saw Jesus rightly for the first time. It wasn't about the law or the prophets. Everything now revolved around Jesus, the fulfillment of them both.
This is one of my favorite stories in the Bible. Think about how amazing it would to be on a mountaintop with Moses, Elijah, and Jesus. Not only that, but for God to speak from heaven and reveal the true identity of Jesus to Peter, James, and John. This is a beautiful example of what happens when we reach the top of the mountain. In other words, this is what happens when we are in God's presence. He reveals identity, which is who we are and who He is. God made everything about you. Look at the color of your hair. God made that. Look at your 5 little fingers. God made that. Now touch your ears, your shoulders, and your toes. Who made all of you? God did. When we are in the presence of God, He gets the chance to reveal truth and our special identity, just like we learn more about God and who He is too. Thank you so much for tuning in with us to learn more about God's presence. Now it's time to memorize with Mel.
Hi guys, welcome to Memorizing with Mel. Today we're going to learn Genesis 22:14, which is on the mountain of the Lord, it will be provided. Do you guys think you can help me do that? Yeah, well, everybody will stand up on a count of 5. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Is everybody up? Now, how about this? On a count of 3, we do a funny face. Now, think of a funny face you're going to make. Okay, ready? On a count of 3, we're going to make a funny face. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Funny face! Oh, wow. Some of you guys have really silly faces on. Now, time to get serious. Let's learn our memory verse. Now, remember, it's Genesis 22:14, which is, on the mountain of the Lord, it will be provided. Great. Can we do it one more time? Good job. Ready? On the mountain of the Lord, it will be provided. You guys are doing such a good job at learning this memory verse. I can't wait to see you guys next week.